Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I can only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable Malachi Markilius, your presiding judge, chairman, and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about twerk and chess parallels. Let's talk about surf and chess parallels. Let's talk about it. Both these young guys came into the game, man, with so much hope, so much push behind them from the URL. Both these guys were projected to be the new rising stars in the game, to usher into the new era, man, and to take battle rap to another level. Both these guys were some of the top ones in the new school to do this. They both got the URL push behind them. They even had the media behind them, even the fan support behind them. My only problem with them that I say from the very beginning, what I'm saying now, it's all a part of processing, building. It's really levels to this stuff. And maturity and character comes with these things. Regardless to how much a person's talent is, you still have to have character. You still have to have humility. You still have to have personality. You still have to have a regard of what responsibilities and appreciating things mean. And that only comes from a lesson of happening to do it, rather than just being given something that you not able to take care of and appreciate and respect because you haven't learned how to lose things that's appreciated and valued. You haven't learned how to really struggle to the point of understanding the humility of knowing that you never know what life may throw at you, so to be loyal and fair to all things concerning and dealing with you, even yourself. Now, these two guys, man, was being pushed by the URL, given some of the top names in battle rap, constantly on major big cards. I really thought this hurt them. And what we seeing them going through right now. Because they haven't learned how to appreciate things. Because the URL was so greedy, they hurt these boys because of their greed. They hurt them because of their greed. Let me tell you what they did. They knew the potential in their talent and gifts. Then they put them on the forefront. They shot straight past the PGs. Let's just be real. They shot straight past the PGs. Getting right on these platforms, taking care of this so-called business. Matching them up with some of the top names in the beginning of their career at a cheap price. Think about that. Matching them up with top names in the beginning of their career for a cheap price. Now, they gave it to them easy without putting in the work, but at the same time, they disrespected their worth, knowing that they could get them cheaper because this was the beginning of their career. You can't ask for a lot of money in the beginning of your career. So what do? You give them top names in the beginning of their career so you won't have to pay them later on in their career top dollars. So you give them these big names in the beginning to fatten up your pocket. Only but when they is good, now the big battle's already out of the way. Now you still pay them small because the battle's not big enough. See that? See how they did them, boys? Then you allowed them to be put in a situation where they couldn't develop properly. You get what I'm saying? They needed to develop properly because it's much more than just writing bars. A lot of experience go through this. You cannot teach experience. Experience is something you have to go through because of the experience given in time to present the opportunity to go through it. Not just give them these situations without them never being experienced to know how to handle themselves. So you put them on these major cars back to back to back to back to back, milking them, milking them, milking them, over and over and over again, so that the wells run dry. And these brothers can't recuperate because they being overwhelmed with all this pressure on them because you trying to monetize off of them. So they both got the push from the URL in the beginning of their career. They both taking on these big names. They on these big platforms in the beginning of their career. Think about that. Danny Myers still waiting on Twork. Chet's been done with Twork already. Think about that. Think about that. Right. They continue to choke in battles horribly. Twork just choked again. So he coming off a choke again after he just choked in a DNA battle. But he also choked in a Cortez battle. He also choked in a Bird battle. He also choked in a Mr. Wavy battle. He also choked in a Glue Easy battle. He also choked in a Mike P battle and Jerseyed out. See what I'm saying? So this is a repeated thing that's going on in this brother's career. I believe Chess situation may be a little bit differently. I physically think something wrong with him. I do. I physically think that's why he choke all the time, because something wrong with him physically. I don't think it has nothing to do with him proper preparating. Because let me tell you something. If he wrote shorter rounds, things can go easier for him. Notice all the rounds he be choking in, them be some long rounds. If he just wrote 2-minute rounds, nobody would fall in for that. Just write 2-minute rounds. Be solid. Look, just be solid and explosive real quick, rather than being on that real long hurting yourself. And both these young brothers hurt their career behind the negligence of the URL. Both of them. Both of them. And both these dudes is fire. Both these dudes had promising hopes in their career. But now the fan base turning against them, the media turning against them, the URL have cut Chess free, let him go. Think about this. At one time, this is one of the most protected battle rappers in battle rap. They actually blocked battles behind this boy, dealing with him. Now this brother just doing any meat market battle. This brother anywhere. He just was walking down the street the other day. I stopped him like, hey, what's up, Chess? When your next battle? He like, well, you got something for me to do? No, I don't got nothing for you to do. I'm just asking you when your next battle. So he wanted me to help him or set him up with a one-off. A one-off with my homie Ralph. He want a one-off with Dolo. A lot of people want to see that, I guess. I don't know. I might make that possible, Chess. He's just walking around with a soda bowl in his hand. Anyway. They pushed them boys too quick, too soon. And it hurt their careers. It hurt their careers. To this very day, man. They haven't, and Twork is going downhill. His attitude is messing him up. You see how he don't appreciate nothing. He don't respect nothing. So what he say when he mess up? I don't give a F. I don't care. F these dudes. Suck my thing. This and that. Forget the media. Then he try to cover it up. Oh, but my fans, no. Your fans. When you doing that, you disrespecting your fans too. So why would you say your fans like you actually giving your fans something? How you giving your fans something? They became your fans because they thought you was gonna be good. They became your fans because they trusted that you were going to take your career serious and keep entertaining them with good quality stuff. They ain't become your fans knowing the things that they know now. If they knew what they knew now, they wouldn't even be your fan. And even though you still got fans, that's only because they want to see you do better. But it's only a matter of time before they turn their backs on you, fam. And that's just real talk. They pushed these dudes too quick, man. And they didn't allow these brothers to develop so young, man. They just put them right up in there to capitalize financially off them, and it hurt them. And it hurt both these brothers. And it's hurting them right now. What y'all think about that? This your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Y'all believe the URL pushed them boys too quick? I, for one, believe they did. Let's talk about it. Subscribe to Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours.